Financial Markets Explained. Every day, trillions of dollars move across invisible networks. Money flows from one continent to another in seconds. Fortunes are built and erased before most people wake up. But here's the unsettling truth. The majority of people participating in the global economy do not understand the system that controls their financial lives. Not your salary, not your bank account, not even your savings. Because behind all of it lies something bigger, the financial markets. This is where companies are born, governments survive, and wealth is transferred, quietly, from the uninformed to the informed. So today, we step inside. Welcome to Real World Business School. What are financial markets? At its simplest, a financial market is a place where money meets opportunity, where those who have capital meet those who need capital. But that simple definition hides a powerful reality. Financial markets are not just places, they are systems. Systems that determine who gets funding, who grows, who fails, and who becomes wealthy. Think of it this way. If the economy were a human body, financial markets would be the bloodstream. They carry capital, the oxygen of business, to every part of the system. Without them, no startups, no expansion, no innovation, and most importantly, no wealth creation at scale. Why financial markets exist? Imagine you have money. You've saved for years. You want it to grow, but you don't want to start a business. Now imagine someone else has a brilliant business idea, but no money. Financial markets exist to connect these two people. They solve three fundamental problems. 1. Capital allocation. Money flows to where it is most productive. 2. Risk distribution. Risk is spread across many participants instead of one. 3. Price discovery. Markets determine the true value of assets through supply and demand. This is critical because in financial markets, price is not random. It is a reflection of expectations, information, fear, and greed. Types of financial markets. Financial markets are not one single system. They are a network of specialized markets, each with its own function. Let's break them down. 1. Stock market. This is where ownership is traded. When you buy a stock, you are buying a piece of a company. You become a shareholder. Companies use the stock market to raise capital by selling shares. Investors buy those shares hoping the company grows. Simple, but powerful, because this is how tech giants were built, billionaires were created, and entire economies expanded. 2. Bond market. If the stock market is ownership, the bond market is lending. When you buy a bond, you are lending money to governments, corporations. In return, they promise to pay interest, return your money later. This is considered more stable, but often less rewarding than stocks. 3. Foreign exchange market, forex. This is the largest financial market in the world. Here, currencies are traded. Why? Because global trade requires currency exchange. Businesses, governments, and investors all participate. And here's the key insight. Currencies reflect the strength of entire economies. 4. Commodities market. This is where raw materials are traded. Oil, gold, food. These markets influence inflation, cost of living, and global stability. 5. Derivatives market. This is where things get complex. Derivatives are contracts based on the value of other assets. They are used for hedging risk, speculation. This market is powerful, but also dangerous because it amplifies both gains and losses. How financial markets work. At the heart of every market is one force, supply and demand. When more people want to buy than sell, prices rise. When more people want to sell than buy, prices fall. But what drives this demand? 3 key forces. 1. Information. Markets react to news, earnings reports, and economic data. Information moves prices, and those who access information early often win. 2. Psychology. Markets are not rational, they are emotional. Fear causes panic selling. Greed drives irrational buying. Understanding this is a competitive advantage. 3. Expectations of the future. Markets don't price the present, they price the future. If investors believe a company will grow, the price rises today even before growth happens. Key players in financial markets. Financial markets are not controlled by one group. They are shaped by multiple powerful players. 1. Institutional investors. These include pension funds, investment firms, insurance companies. They control massive capital and often move markets. 2. Retail investors. Everyday people. Individual buying and selling through apps. Individually small, but collectively powerful. 3. Governments and central banks. They influence markets through interest rates, policies, and money supply. When interest rates rise, borrowing becomes expensive. Markets often slow down. 4. Corporations. They issue stocks, bonds to raise capital. Their performance directly affects markets. Risks in financial markets. Financial markets create wealth, but they also destroy it. Understanding risk is not optional, it is survival. Market risk. Prices fluctuate, sometimes violently. Liquidity risk. You may not be able to sell when you want. Systemic risk. Entire markets can collapse. History has shown this repeatedly. Behavioral risk. The biggest risk is you, your emotions, your impatience, your lack of discipline. How wealth is built in markets. Here is the truth most people never hear. Wealth in financial markets is built not on luck, it is built on time. Compounding transforms small investments into large wealth. Discipline, consistent strategy beats emotional decisions. Knowledge, understanding the system gives you an edge. And patience, markets reward those who wait. Financial markets are not just about money, they are about power. The power to grow wealth, fund ideas, and shape economies. But here's the question. Will you remain a spectator or become a participant who understands the game? Because in this system, ignorance is expensive and knowledge is an asset. If you want to understand business, money, and power at the highest level, subscribe to Real World Business School, because here we don't just explain the world, we teach you how it really works.